welcome. This is lunchtime Tai Chi. Today, we're gonna do a little warm up, then we're gonna run through the Sun form one time, going to the right, then to the left, then to the right, then to the left. And then we're gonna get into the Yang short form. We'll repeat what we did last lesson through a few times, and then we'll add one more move on, the stepping back to Repulse the Monkey move, which I love the name of that, but in any case, we'll add that move on, and then we'll repeat the whole thing from start through the monkeys through until we run out of time, okay? So we're gonna begin with one foot on the floor, so that the heel is up and the toes are on the ground, ball of the foot's on the ground. We're just gonna spin around the edge of the ball of the foot. So the ankle joint, the knee joint, and the hip joint are all sort of getting a little fluid movement. And I do a few in one direction and then do a few in the other direction. And then give that leg a little shake. We're gonna shift the weight to the other leg, put the ball of the foot on the floor, and just rotate around. And go the other direction. All right, and shake that out. I like the way that feels. It kind of gives everything a little bit of fluid movement. Now we're going to keep a little bit of soft at the hips, a little soft at the knees. Spin at the waist and just let your arms go kind of flippy flappy. Let them hang loose. And spin from your waist. Just release any tension from the shoulders and to get the spine moving. It might also, you might feel some tension coming out of the muscles that live on the sides of the waist. Oh. All right, I could do these all day, but we're gonna do two more. And last one. All right, so coming back to the center, we'll take one arm up and one arm down. Stretch between those 2 points. You can add a little more or a little less of the side bend to it. Opposite side. Oh. This is called bridging heaven and earth. Oh. Let's see if we can figure that out. One more time. All right, so then we're going to roll the shoulders up, around, and back. And then go the other direction. Two more of those. Okay, hunch the shoulders up and let them fall. Hunch them up, let them fall. Hunch them up, let them fall. One more time, hunch them up, let them fall. It gets better the more you do it. Okay, so after giving everything a little bit of a shake, I'm going to start where I have a little bit, like I've got a little bit of room to go that way and a little bit of room to go that way. Okay, so I'm kind of finding a middle place. I'm going to back up a notch because I know I'm going to step forward one. So we're going to bring the heels together, toes are separated. This is the heaven posture, and our Sun form starts here. So then pause and bring yourself to the present moment. Just find the breath. We're going to move the body in a slow, fluid way. Just try to be present for the whole movement. And if you're still learning the movements, it's really hard to not be present when you're learning the movement. So enjoy the process of learning, and if things go awry, don't worry about it. Just get into the flow of it. So we're going to let the knees fall. We're going to bring the arms up, and we're going to step forward. And it's like we're handing someone a ball. Right foot follows hips distance. We're gonna inhale, arms are gonna expand, exhale, bring the arms back to that ball shape. Okay, we're gonna press the palms forward. We're going to the right first. So we're gonna step out, single whip, and come back. Now take little steps if you've got a small space. Step into the right to wave hands like clouds. And then you step in. Step to the right, and we wave across the center. Step in, wave across back. We're gonna do one more step. Step out, wave across the center. Step in, come around, we're gonna take a breath. So now I'm gonna spin on my right foot and hug a friend. I'm gonna step with my left foot to brush my knee and push. Take a half a step in. Lift your heel off the ground with your left foot and strum your guitar. Step down with the left foot, strike right. Step right, strike left. Right fist comes back as you step forward. Fist and feet come together. Draw a ball onto your knee and push it away like a mountain. And then we're coming around and taking a breath. Now we're going to go to our left. So we're going to push the hands forward, step out left for single whip. And then we're going to take 3 steps to the left. And again, if you've got a small space, don't go big. Stay small. And try to feel yourself moving in this fluid way, enjoying the movement for the sake of the movement. One more time. We're going to come around to a Qigong breath. Now this time my left heel's going to spin and my left arm's going to hug my friend. I'm going to step forward, brush my knee and push, half a step in. Right toes, right arm up, strum your guitar. Step down, strike with the left hand. Step up, strike with the right hand. Step up, whoops, fist comes back. Everything comes together. Whoops, it's hard sometimes when I switch directions. Coming back, you guys probably have the same problem. Push. And then we're coming around. I screwed that one up, but again, like it doesn't matter. If you get it mixed up and your body goes into automatic mode, you just start again, y'all. So we're gonna go to the left. Stepping out for single whip. I didn't give myself very much room, so I'm gonna make tiny steps. Waving hands like clouds. It's one of the reasons I like switching directions, is because my body gets into these patterns, and when I have to challenge those patterns, it makes me pay more attention. I don't go on little autopilot. Okay, nice big breath. So we're gonna hug our friend on the right, step and push, right, brush knee and push, step in halfway, strum your guitar, step down and strike, step up and strike, step up, fist back, everything together. Good. Coming on back, push the mountain, and then we're gonna come around. I'm gonna move a little bit to the center, so I got a little room to go that way. Here we go, hands push out, single whip to the left. Coming back, waving hands like clouds. Doing our best here, y'all. We got one more to go. As we come to the center, we're going to bring the hands up and breathe. Okay, so I'm going to try to fight that natural inclination to do it the same way. So I've hugged my friend, I'm going to brush my knee and push. Half a step up, strum my guitar. Step down to strike with that left hand. Step up, strike with the right hand, right? So this is going to be my fist, and it's all going to come together. There it is, stepping back and pushing the mountain. Yay, on the last round I got it right. Coming back to the center, nice big Qigong breath. Celebrate whatever victories you got, y'all. We're gonna take the arms up straight. And we're going to bring the hands down. And then we're going to bring the legs in. So our heels come back together and we find that heaven posture again. And then we're going to bow to each other. Thanks for practicing with me. So that is the Soon form, or at least kind of the Soon form. And I like to shake it up and try to do different things with it. Last time we just did 3 rounds to the right. So this time doing the back and forth makes our brain get challenged a little bit. So we're going to do the Yang form. And I'm going to start at the beginning. We'll go through the several moves of the Yang form that we have done so far. And we're going to be moving quite a lot to our left. And so position yourself so you've got a little bit of space to your left, right? Now this one starts in the earth posture. So this is like mountain pose in yoga. The toes point forward a little bit more. The feet are closer together, like they fall kind of under the hips. And again, before practicing, we're just going to come to the present moment, feel the breath. And we're going to let ourselves just start a little softening in the joints, taking the weight to the right leg, stepping out to the left a bit. Shifting the weight to the center, we're going to let the arms come up almost like they're coming up over a big ball. We're going to turn the weight so that the left toes turn and then the right toes turn, and then we're going to cup a ball on the right hip, okay? Left arm's on the bottom, right arm's on top. I'm going to step a sweeping step out to the left and change the position of my arms. This is the parting the wild horse's mane or parting the horse's mane. Stepping out, sweeping step to the right, right arm up, rock back, hold that ball on your hip, sweeping step out to the left, half a step in. Now when the weight is shifted into my right leg, I'm going to turn to look behind me and switch the arms. This is the white crane spreads its wings. When I come around, I'm going to turn my palm, drop that arm back. This hand's around my chest. And this one's not totally unfamiliar to us. We're going to brush our knee and push. Now rock back, turn to your left, brush your knee and push. Rock back one more time, turn to your right, step, brush your knee and push. Half a step in, strum your guitar, okay? So that's the part we've done. Up to there is where we went on Friday. So let's repeat that section through a couple more times. And that'll give us a chance to remember those movements, and if this is your first lesson, we'll get through it together as best we can. So again, I'm giving myself as much room as my living room allows. Over to the left. Finding that earth posture, our mountain pose, if you will. And then we're going to take the weight to the right, step our left foot out. Shift the weight to the center, arms come up over ball. Now your knees can be bent as much or as little as your knees like. So we're going to turn, hold the ball, left arm on the bottom. Step to the left, parting the horse's mane, rock back. Step to the right, part the horse's mane, rock back. Step one more time to your left. Now this one we're going to lean into. Take a half a step in, rock the weight back, and then the white crane spreads its wings. And try to picture yourself with those big crane wings. What would that be like? Turn the palm, dropping this arm all the way back in a circle. We're going to brush our knee and push. Same thing on the left now. Turning to our left, brush the knee, push. Turning once again to the right. Brush your knee and push. Half a step in, strum your guitar. Okay? Now one thing that, if I do the Soon form first, again, one of these body habits in the Soon form is to come up onto the toes. Whereas with the Yang form, it's to lift the toes in the air. And sometimes my body will do one versus the other. And again, if you were trying to do this as a competition, this would matter. But in the world of like, I'm just doing Tai Chi for the fun of it, and for my health and my well-being, it really does not matter, right? But I'll point it out because I will be switching back and forth depending on whether I remember to do one or the other. All right, so let's do the Yang form through one more time, and then we'll learn stepping back to Repulse the Monkey. All right, So I find my earth posture. Again, feet like they're about hips distance apart, socket distance. Come to stillness. Weight is in the right leg, so you can step a bit wider to the left. And then in that kind of really lovely space, pull your arms over a ball. We're gonna rotate the left toes, shift. Rotate the right toes, shift. Now all my weight's in my right leg, so I can sweep step out to the left, and then come back. And then I'm gonna sweep step right, rock back. One more time, sweep step to the left, half a step in, white crane spreads its wings. I'm not in a hurry, I'm enjoying the movement for what it is. Turn the palm, we're gonna drop this arm back all the way around, and then brush the knee and push. Rock back, turn the toes with you to your left, brush your knee and push. Rock back, turn everything to the right. One more time, brush your knee and push, and then we step in and strum the guitar. Now, stepping back to Repulse the Monkey has two parts. The first part is we're gonna pull back a bow. The second part is we're gonna hug the earth, right? And then we're gonna step back, pull back a bow, hug the earth. Step back, pull back a bow, hug the earth. Step back, pull back a bow, hug the earth. And that's our move. So we're gonna do 4, 2 on each side of this stepping back to Repulse the Monkey. Now, it's called stepping back to Repulse the Monkey because the monkey is a representation of an opponent who is running at you, but maybe isn't as smart as you, right? And so you hold your ground until they're almost at you, and then you get out of their way and let them go barreling past. This is the idea, okay? So if I'm here with strum the guitar, and I've got an opponent who's bigger than me running at me, I don't want to stand and fight this guy. I want to let him go by, and that's where this move comes from, okay? So we hold our ground, hold it until he's right on us, and then we help, maybe we might even grab him and help him go by past us, and then we take off in the opposite direction. Now in this case, it's a move in the Tai Chi form, so we're not too worried about the actual martial arts of it, but if that kind of gives you a picture in your head of like, oh, now I see what this movement is doing, maybe that's helpful. So the roundness, right, imagine the roundness of the earth. So that last part where we pull back the bow, that makes kind of sense with what I just said. But then we're gonna do this kind of round shape, like, oh, like we're hugging the whole planet, okay? So a little roundness with the earth. So here's our strum the guitar. Then we're gonna pull back that bow, let that guy go past us, and hug the earth, okay? Let the guy go past, hug the earth, and it's that roundness in the shoulders and the arms. I'm not hunching, but I'm doing this little round shape. Pull it back, hug the planet one more time, pull it back, hug the planet, okay? So that is the move that we're adding on today. So let's start at the beginning. We'll go all the way through until we get to 1 o'clock. Or if you're watching this on your own time, it'll be about 30 minutes. So we're gonna take ourselves into our earth posture. I got plenty of room in the left, on the left side of me to move, or at least as close as I can get given my circumstances. Come to centered, weights in the right leg, step out with your left, soften the knees and hips, come up over a ball, and then we're gonna turn that right foot in, and then hold that. And I like to just pause right there before I step out to part the horse's mane. Okay, and then we're gonna step and part the horse's mane. And then we're gonna step and step in halfway on that third one, put all the weight in that right leg, turn, imagine that beautiful feathered arm, and then we're turning back to the center. Okay, so this is gonna come back behind me and turn into my brush, knee and push. Come back, brush, knee and push. Rock back, and I'm going straight ahead of myself here. Brush, knee and push, half a step in, and then with the monkeys, I'm going straight back, okay? So pull back the bow, hug the earth, step back, pull back the bow, hug the earth, step back, pull back that bow, hug the earth, one more time, pull back that bow, hug the earth. Now that's gonna bleed into the next move, we'll get to that next week, but for this week, just adding one move is helpful, I think, because this is a lot of Tai Chi. A lot to learn and a lot to teach our body to remember. So let's do it through a few more times. So we're gonna take that little step out to the left. The arms are gonna come up over a ball. I'm setting myself up for the horse's mane. Stepping out to my left. Stepping out to the right. Stepping out to the left. Half a step in. Turning. It's my white crane. Oh, I love that move. Turn in the palm. We're going to let it fall back. And we're going to brush our knee and push. Go straight ahead now. So rather than those sweeping diagonal steps, we're taking forward steps. One more, brush your knee and push. Half a step in, we're gonna strum our guitar. And then we're gonna turn that right into our monkeys. Stepping back, pull back the bow. And hug the planet. Step back, pull back the bow. Hug the planet. One more time, pull back the bow. Hug the planet. Right on. Okay, let's come back. So can you feel the way the body is already feeling a little different having moved in these ways? Does it feel a little lighter? Sometimes my body feels a little effervescent, like, oh, it's nice to move the body in a fluid and smooth and conscious way. So we're gonna take the weight and just step out a little to our left, sinking down, come over the ball. We're gonna push, bring that foot around, come back. This is our diagonal steps. So diagonal to part the horse's mane. To the diagonal, part the horse's mane. One more time, to the diagonal, part the horse's mane, step in, all the weight's back, and then I turn to the white crane. And I'm not in a hurry. Just enjoy the movement, turn. We're gonna come around so that we can brush the knee and push. Come around, brush your knee and push. Come around, brush your knee, push. We're gonna step in halfway. I'm really close to the edge of your screen, so hopefully you can still see. We're gonna pull back that bow and hug the planet. Pull back the bow. Hug your planet. So we're stepping back to Repulse the Monkey one more time, y'all. All right, stop there because our next move will bleed right into the move we're gonna learn next week. So we're gonna do this through at least one more time, maybe twice, and then we'll do a little cool down, stretch out, okay? So again, come home to yourself. Stepping out a little to that left. Coming up over the ball. We're gonna turn, turn. We're gonna step out to our left. Coming back. Step out to the right. Step out to our left. Half a step in, coming back. White crane spreads its wings. Taking our time and brushing the knee and push. Good, come on back. Brush your knee and push. Rock it on back. Brush your knee and push, half a step in. Strum your guitar. Pull back the bow. Hug the planet. Pull back the bow. Hug the planet. And these are the 4 stepping back to Repulse the Monkey moves. Okay? Let's do that one more time. So I'm going to step out to the left a bit. Try to feel your life force sort of emanating through so that you're feeling it from the center of your body and then out to the edges. Right on? So we're feeling ourselves as we expand out. The body stays centered really nicely, and the limbs express the energy from the center of our being. See if you can feel that idea. It might not work out, but we'll try the idea. Brush your knee and push. So the center of the body is doing all of the work, and the limbs are expressing. One more. Half a step in, we're going to strum our guitar, and then we're going to pull back that bow and hug the planet. So we step back to Repulse the Monkey. Okay, let's step it back one more time. Just so we come back to where we started. Take a deep breath. Now, we're gonna keep working with this form a little at a time. This is a more tricky form to teach in an online environment because from here, it's gonna start to move. So sometimes we'll be facing that way, sometimes we're moving this way, sometimes we're moving this way. And probably what I'm gonna try is taking us outside into my little backyard area so there's a little bit more space for me to move around, and it's got roots and uneven ground, so I'm not sure how successful that will be, but we'll find out. But for now, because we're here in the living room, we're gonna take a nice big breath and stretch the arms up. Now I've got my legs out kind of wide, and I'm gonna fold forward into a wide angle forward bend. Now that I'm here, I want it a little wider, so I'm gonna heel toe myself out, and you can soften the knees and go a little side to side. This feels really nice. That's a nice stretch out for the back body. If you need to keep your head a little higher, you can stay up on your shins like this. Okay, so we're gonna take one more breath, maybe 2. And then we're gonna bring ourselves around, come all the way up. Give ourselves a little stretch. So we're gonna take this right leg, step it back. Bring either the left hand to the waist or grab the right wrist. Give yourself a little stretch on your right side. Come on back, let's do the opposite side. Left leg steps back. Either hand to the hip or grab that wrist, whichever one you like better. They both feel pretty good. Come on back. Give everything a little shake. And then again, we'll come back to our earth posture. Feet falling just about under the hips. Everything relaxed. And then we'll bow to each other. So we bring our right hand for strength, the left hand thumb tucked against to represent humility and friendship. And thank you very much for practicing with me, and for the yogis, namaste.